Namaste. I'm your host, Jesse Sawyer, nationally recognized inclusive fitness trainer, SilverSneakers Flex instructor. You can find out more about me. Visit my website, www.jessesawyer.com. And today, I bring you episode 5 of SilverSneakers Yoga. Seated position or standing position or a combination of both. That is entirely up to you as you learn with me and I learn with you. It should be very attainable. And if you've been following along from the first few episodes, we just continue to build. We're now in episode 5 where we're going to be continuing to add that pigeon and moonflower to the routine. And there's some reasons why you should be taking this out there if you're sitting and tuning in right now at this moment. And it's because it's going to work on your balance. It's going to work on your coordination. It's going to help with flexibility, functionality, pain management. It's going to help with your endurance. It's going to help with cognitive capabilities, mental clarity. And it's going to help reduce your stress. Hopefully that works today for you because it's going to work for me. Now, there's a few things before we do get started. One thing is you want to make sure that you do have shoes on, that you're not trying to do this with your socks. As I was walking in here right now, I was about to just kind of do this with my socks, and I was like, no, I can't do this with my socks because it's slippy. And when you're trying to hold positions, maybe with one leg or you're having one foot elevated in some level, that you're going to slip. And we want to work on balance. So the best way to have that balance is to have a solid foot planted on that floor with a nice soled shoe. Sorry about that. And no bombas either. Now, a few things though before we get started. If you're lightheadedness, pain, dizziness, discomfort, or fatigue, hit the pause, come back a little bit later. The other thing is that virtual 5, you should always consult with your physician before engaging in any physical activity program. If I participate in this online exercise with me, you assume all dangers, hazards, risks of such participation. Exercise is demonstrated by the instructor, and this online class can be demanding. If you're unable to safely perform these exercises, please modify them or choose a different set of exercises. And number 2, I can't see you, I can't hear you. Pay attention to your form, pay attention to mechanics. We will make adaptations throughout. 3, breathe, inhale, exhale. 4, pay attention to rate of perceived exertion. It is a 1 through 3. 1 being you're just kind of relaxed, you're ready to go. 2, you're doing the work phases with me. And 3, you can't maybe hold those positions as long as you would like, but that's okay. Back on out of them or change the adaptation for that exercise. And then 5, make sure you have your hydration. We want to get started, we want to get moving, and there are 5 different phases to this. The first phase is the warm up, the second phase is the work, 3, cool down, 4, final stretch, and then 5, relax and go on your way. Let's get to that warm up. Through that warm up, we want to work on different exercises. So the first exercise we're going to work on, I'm just going to bring those hands all the way up, drop those elbows into the rib cage, and then I'm going to turn to my left, come back, and we're just working on some rotation of the spine because the spine becomes inflexible as we sit for long periods of time throughout our day. So we want to make sure that we're not sitting through long periods of time throughout our day. And a yoga class like this will help elongate and help so that you don't have forward flexion of that spine. Next exercise, drop those hands down to my side, and I'm going to shrug. Nice inhalation, nice exhalation as I roll back. Nice inhale, nice exhale as I roll back. And we're really trying to drive those shoulders up and really roll them back. Again, we're working on that spine, we're working on a retraction of the shoulders as well. Excellent job. And we continue to add each and every week as we go through this yoga class. One more time up, there you go. And then we're going to go into the neck rotation. So the neck rotation, turn your head. You can rest your hands on your thighs if you want. Nice inhalation here. Nice exhalation as you come to the front. Nice inhalation here. Exhalation here. Cervical side bend. Exhale here. Inhale here. Exhale here. There you go. You got the different exercises. We're going to drop those hands down to the side right now. There you go. We're going to take them up. Nice. And we're going to do sync with that chi. So when they get shoulder height right about here, you're going to just hinge. You're going to push in towards yourself and then drop them down and circle them back around. So that circle back around is a little more mobility on the shoulders, but shoulder height, hinge, press on down with the exhalation. Here we go again, nice inhalation here. Hinge them in, exhale. Exhale here. And as those hands drop down to the side here, I'm going to just rest them right there. And I'm going to lift up that left leg. Now I can use both hands if I want. I can lean back a little if I need to in that chair. And I'm just going to rotate that ankle. Take the toes, plantar dorsiflex, and then drop it down. Another way to do it is a nice inhalation here. Exhale with the rotation. Inhale as you dorsiflex, pulling the toes towards you. Excuse me. Exhale as you drop down. Other side, right side, nice inhalation. Exhale as you rotate. Inhale as you pull the toes towards you. Exhale as you sit back up. So it looks like this. And there you are. You're done with that first stage, that warm-up phase where you want to work on from head to toe and getting that blood flowing to all those extremities. Get your hydration, pay attention to rate of perceived exertion. You have Bentley, you have Lincoln, and now we're on to part 2, which is the work phase. This is where we get into the yoga poses along with that cool down. So that first phase, and we've been starting out with that cat and that cow, is nice and tall, toes over knees, knees over hips, hands right here, and then you're gonna just kind of make that C position. Couple breaths there. So when we go through these poses and positions, you're holding them for about a 5 count or about 2 to 3 breaths as you go through them, and you're just kind of really pushing yourself into that C, and then nice and tall. If I turn to my left and show you from that side position, it is really roll that back into that C. A couple breaths, 5 count, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then roll to that nice upright position. If you want to add those lower extremities like we've been doing for the past few weeks, is you kind of just lift up, nice inhalation, and then a nice exhalation as it drops down and you go up. So again, nice inhalation here. And a nice exhalation as you extend and elevate your body. So again, go to that cat, nice. Other side. And if you need both arms to do it, then use your both arms. And nice and tall. And then we go into the airplane next. So the airplane is, again, you're nice and tall. Toes over knees, knees over hips. Slight lean as you go forward. And you're going to take that right hand back with a nice inhalation. And I'm going to hold this for a couple breaths. And then exhale and come on up. Left side. And both. And I'll turn to the right this time, and I'll show you as I take my left arm back. It just looks like this. You got a nice hold. And then I turn, right side. And you do not have to do the fancy footwork as me and moving back and forth as you do that position. You can just stay centered in that chair. Nice hold here. We're going to do a 5, 4, 3, 2, and one, and come on up. Again, goal is to work on some of that flexion, some of that extension, but you're holding that position so you're engaging your core and your lower lumbar in those positions. Next move would be now from the airplane to the lateral flexion. Nice inhalation with the rising of the arm, exhalation as you hold it. A nice inhale up, exhale down. And you can let it dangle or sublux, or you can rest it right on that thigh. Nice inhalation, nice exhalation. As you saw, I let it dangle this time. Taking that left hand back up again, nice inhale. Exhale as I lean. Inhale as I go back up. Exhale as I come back down. Leave it. Nice inhalation. Bentley likes his morning Java. Exhale as I go over. And that's your lateral flexion. So now we want to put all three of those moves together. That's what we're going to do right now if you've been following along for the last few weeks again. And again, I'm your host, Jesse Swear. And then we're going to go add the pigeon into that maneuver. Now that pigeon can be done in the standing or the seated position, but let's go through all three moves first. In the cat. In the cow. Into the airplane with both hands. Into the lateral flexion, right side. Lateral flexion, left side. There you go. Let's do the cat and cow with the lift of the leg now. Left arm, airplane. Right arm, airplane. Lateral flexion, left side. Hold this now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice inhalation. Exhale. Lateral flexion, left side, where we're leaning to the left. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Remember that pigeon can be done where you just move the ankle over, lean forward, lean down. You're going to feel the hip, you're going to feel the lower extremity. That pigeon can be done where you're just putting the foot on that left calf, lean down, or you can take it up a little higher if you have that flexibility. So you're going to take that nice inhalation and then your nice exhalation as you lean forward and down, and you add pressure and hold that position. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another nice inhalation as you go up, and another exhalation as you go down. So you have 3 different ways you can do where that foot is closer to the ground, that foot is on that calf, or you are up on your thigh right behind the knee. Just be careful if you've had knee replacements. Hold that position. Come on up. Get that leg back down to the ground. And you're going to feel that in the lower because you are stretching out that psoas muscle as well. And the hip flexor. Left side, you can put the leg down, you can put the leg on the side of the calf, or you can go all the way up like I am. Nice inhalation, and then a nice exhalation. As you hold this, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice inhale. Let me grab my coffee, because I have Bentley who thinks he can climb on top of things. Let me move that coffee for a moment. I do apologize. Nice inhalation. Hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then a nice back up to the top. So we want to sink into this leg. Nice inhale. Hold that. Breathe it through. Breathe it through. Lean on down. Lean on down. Hold that position as long as you can. I can really feel this through that hip. And if you have that foot brace on the calf, you're going to feel that same type of maybe discomfort. And you don't want it discomforting, but you want to feel that deep stretch where there's a connection cognitively to the muscle and the brain. Nice hold, and then come back up on 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you saw, we did hold that position a little bit longer in that pigeon. There you go. You're through the cool down phase, although I don't know how much of a cool down that was. We're going to go now to, that's it, the final stretch, and then relaxation. So with that final stretch, again, you can do these in the standing or the seated position. I'm going to show them in both positions. So the downward dog right now is straight on out with those hands. Take the right over the left. Lean forward, and then lift those arms up as you bend your neck and your body down, but you should still be on a diagonal as you hold this position. Hold that position, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up, separate those arms, rest them down. Really feel that in my lower lumbar. Some of you might feel that in your core. Some of you might feel that in your diaphragm. Same thing. This time, switch hands. So for me, left goes over right. Now I lean forward. Lift them up. There you go. Hold that position. Excellent job. That's your downward dog from the seated position. Come on back up. Take those hands out. Rest them down. If you were going to do that from the standing position, well, we would just take this chair, we would turn it to the side, which I typically turn it to my left side, back my hands up a little bit, put both hands here, and then I'm just going to hinge back, and I'm going to just drop down, and I'm going to stretch. Now, I can always take my feet back farther. There we go. So you need to find the comfortability of this stretch for yourself as you go through this motion. Now, if this is a little too difficult on those arms because you have those solely extended, you can always get a little closer, cross your arms like this, put them here, walk back, and go down like this, where both elbows are resting on that chair. And you're not going to feel as much pressure on that lower lumbar. You're going to feel that more on your chest with that type of stretch of the downward dog. That next exercise will be the tree pose. Now you can do this in the seated position. Again, you can do this in the standing position. I'm going to choose to do mine in the standing position, but if you're in that seated position, you can just take that foot, right foot, put up against that left, hold like this, and you can just be, hey, hey, matey, and you can be like Captain Morgan and strike a pose. Or you can just lift up a little higher, bring the hands here, and hold this position, if you can. It's a tree pose. You saw me wiggle a little bit. That means it's a little windy outside. There's a lot of breeze in this area. Although it's controlled, I feel the breeze. That's why I'm moving a little bit. Hold onto the chair if you need to. Nice inhalation. Put those arms up, and then exhalation as you pull them down. Now I'll move back just a little bit more so that you can see fully the extension of that. Hold onto that chair if you need to. Bring those arms right into here. Here we go with a nice Nice inhalation. Hold that for a 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and exhale. You can always just take those arms up and do a nice count up here. Nice breathe in, breathe out. And then make your way back to the center. Drop that foot. Adaptation 1, adaptation 2, adaptation 3. Hold that tree. If you need to hold onto that chair, hold onto that chair. We're going to hold this now for a lengthy period of time. Hold those arms up. Hold that tree pose. Watch the breeze. Do not close those eyes. Closing those eyes will create a greater vestibular type of balance. As you can see, I tried that right there. So let's do that one more time. This time, without trying to close those eyes, or attempting to close those eyes. So I definitely do better with being in this position without closing those eyes. Now, if I close my eyes, I do get a little more lost in space, which is my spatial awareness and my proprioception, and down, just like that. There you go, there's your tree pose. You can hold this position for probably a lengthy period of time. It's when you extend those arms up and hold, left or right, it becomes more difficult. Exhale down. Excellent job. Going to that moonflower next, you can do this in the seated position or the standing position. Nice thing about chair yoga or the SilverSneakers Yoga is that you can do it in both. 10 and 2, sumo. Hands go out, hands go in, right? Pop them up. Push on up, nice inhalation. Nice exhalation as you come down. You can hold this position, and then you can hold that exhalation position down here, and we kind of just want to hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, if you cannot hold that position, or if you're in that seated position, then what you'd want to do is just take those arms up, bring them down, and you do not have to descend. You can just kind of hold this position and try to retract those shoulder blades so that you're opening up that diaphragm and you're bracing your core and you're bracing your lower lumbar. That was all for the final stretch. Now let's take you to the relaxation final stretch. That was the last for the cool down. That's my fault there. Kind of was interrupted in my train of thought. So I'm going to have that seat again, and we're going to go into the final stretches of this yoga class for you. So hopefully you've enjoyed this part as we go to the final phases. Nice deep breath there. And we're going to just take those hands out in front. Nice inhalation. Curl those hands back with an exhalation. Open up and close. Going to add a new one today. We're going to go nice flexion here, or extension, what I call this, extension, full extension. Hold those arms up there. Drop those arms down to the side just like this. Pull them back. Nice retraction of the scapula. Dropping those elbows down to the rib cage. Pull them back now, creating your L. And then dropping your hands down to the side. And then just pulling them back. That you're doing your airplane, but you're in a nice upright position. Excellent job. So let's flow right through that now. Nice inhalation here. Nice exhalation. Open up. straight up. Open them up. Drop them down right to here. Pull them back, nice good squeeze. Elbows down to the rib cage. Pull back. Pull them both back, nice upright position. Exhale here. Last time through. Nice inhale here. And then into the wave hands like clouds. Nice smooth transition for episode 5. So hopefully you enjoyed this. You're getting something out of it, and not only is it helping with some pain management, it's relaxing you and it's taking you to another dimension. Hopefully that dimension is not outside and it's inside on this nice and snowy day. Although you can't see the snow, I can. Peace, my friends. Go in peace. Namaste.